Hey love bugs, welcome to today's writing lesson. Now, the last thing we wrote about in our writing packet was what you thought was going to happen next in the story Who's in the Shed. So this is what I wrote last, so I'm going to turn to my next page in my writing packet. Okay, now if you don't have your writing packet or you ran out of paper or you spilled something on it, you could use any writing paper that you want, like I've told you before, and you could just have a space at the top for drawing a picture to go with what you wrote. That's fine. I also sent out on Remind a copy of this paper so you can print out your own at home if you want to. Now, I write in marker. I don't encourage that at home. We should be writing in pencil. We can draw our picture in pencil and then color our picture with colored pencils or crayons, whichever you prefer. I write in marker just so that you can see it while I film on the camera, okay? Now, love bugs, I was thinking about what good writers you are. And a lot of us, we've been writing for a long time now, and we start things by saying I. And we do a lot of writing where we start with I. So I'm going to teach you how we can use a compound subject. Sounds very big and confusing, but I promise you that it's not. It means you're bringing someone else into your sentences with you. So I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to think about a time where I went to the library with Marco. Marco loves to pick out library books, so we go to the library a lot. And we were looking around for a book, and Marco found one. But I also want to be specific when I talk about what kind of book we picked out. So instead of just saying, I went to the library, I'm going to start by making what we call a compound subject. That means I'm going to have two of us be at the start of my sentence. And I'm going to start with not saying I'm going to start with the person that I did it with. So since I went and did this with Marco, I'm going to start with his name. Okay, and if you watch, I'm using Nice Foundations handwriting. So I'm going to say Marco. Now, remember to space things out. You can use anything to space. Okay, anything you have at home. You can use a paper clip. You can use a colored pencil. That's what I'm going to use right now to make my spacing. So instead of saying I went to the library, I'm going to talk about the both of us going. So I'm going to say Marco and then I do a space, I. That's called a compound subject. When you have you and someone else as the people in your sentence or your story that are doing something. And you start with the other person's name first. So we're going to say Marco and I went to. That's one of our sight words. So I should know how to spell that. I can sing this song to myself, and I know how to spell that word. Marco and I went to the. How do I spell the? I know that one. It's a sight word. T-H-E. Excellent. Marco and I went to the library. So I'm going to make a space, and I'm going to sound out those sounds I hear. L. Good. I. B. Lib. Good. That's a B. Libr. R. Good. Libra. Sounds like an E, but it's an A. Library. E. Now, love bugs, you might want to say E, but in this case, it's a tricky one. They use a Y to make that sound. Now, parents and families at home, if your little love bug puts an E when they try to do that sound, if they were writing library and they put an E, that's okay. That's age appropriate. They're writing the sound that they hear. And they know that E makes the E sound. So that's okay. They do not have to be perfect. We are just learning how these sounds work. Okay, so let's see what I have so far. Marco and I went to the library to get, is what I'm saying. These are sight words, so we know these. To. To, right? You can sing those letters to yourself. To get. Get is just a. Good. G-E-T, G-E-T, G-E-T. See how those songs help us? Let's try it. Let's read what we have so far. Marco and I went to the library to get a, let's make sure I did a good space there, because we want to put a space between every word so they don't crush together. To get a, now I could just say book, and that would be a good sentence, but you want your sandwich to have a lot of tasty stuff in it for all of your friends to eat and enjoy. So I'm going to tell you what kind of book. Marco and I went to the library to get a cat. Cat. Book. B. I hear a B. O is two O's and a K. To get a cat book. Okay? So let's read my compound subject sentence today. Marco and I went to the library to get a cat book. What should I draw my picture about? Exactly. I'm going to draw a picture. Maybe I'm going to draw the building with a sign. What would this sign say? Where did I go? Very good. I went to the library. And this will be the doors. And maybe I'll make the windows. And then maybe they have a cute sidewalk. Now, love bugs, I draw quickly on here because you don't need to see me draw and color an entire picture. But at home, you should be drawing the best pictures that you can. Taking your time. You know, Marco has like swoopy hair here and like little short hair here. And Marco wears glasses. And this is me. And I also wear glasses. So here, we're holding this book together outside of the library. There we'll do my arm around Marco and his shirt here. And what did we say the book we got was going to be about? Excellent. He wanted a book about cats. So I'm going to make sure that the book says cats. I hope you can see that from where you are. Now at home, love bugs, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see all the details. At home, I'd want to see lots of coloring, crayons, a background here. Okay, I'm doing this quickly just so you get the idea at home, but I would love it if you do your pictures with so much more detail than I did mine. But your picture should match your sentence. Marco and I went to the library to get a cat book. Okay, love bugs, today you're going to make your own compound sentence. It should be about you and someone else doing something. And what you're going to do is put their name first, then the word and then I, and then you finish your sentence. Try to be as specific as you can. If you tell me you went to the park, tell me what you did at the park. Did you ride the swings? Did you go down the slide? You know, if you went to the zoo, what did you see? If you say, Mommy and I went to the zoo to see tell me what you saw. Don't just say you went to the zoo. Take me a little step further, okay? When you're finished today, make sure you take a picture and have your parents send it to me. I love seeing what you guys do. I like to write back or send you a little voice saying what a good job you did, okay? I can't wait to see your writing, love bugs. Have some fun with it.